So much NFL history has come from within the walls of Soldier Field honors. And we're underway from Soldier Field. His return starts at the 5. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. They'll be led out by last year's #1 overall pick, Brock. Looking to build on his decent debut season here in year 2. It's Caleb Williams.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
First down. First and 10.
Williams on first down. That's another quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Now here's a look at his production from last week and the part he played in his offense's victory. 2nd and 3 now.
At the Steelers' 46-yard line.
Off the play fake, Williams. Looking to his fullback now. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. We've set it down from the 37. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. This is ahead for about 5. Tackle made by Jaquan Brisker. So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Steelers.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. And the steel curtain just too much. He's taken down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
Couple sacks on the opening drive. You better get to fix-it mode in a hurry. And I'm talking about on the sidelines. I'm talking as a quarterback. You've got to solve this pass rush because we know one thing about guys in this league defensively. When they get a couple sacks, they can smell it, and they're going to raise the intensity to another level.
So here are the Steelers now, taking over for the first time. Leading him out, someone in his first NFL season. Their rookie starter from Penn State.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean. Their own defense, make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
One loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Look at this. The tight end getting the carry here. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Javon Dexter escorted him to the ground. Throw here, 3rd down. That finds Pittman, complete. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
On first down, Warren. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. It's a pick up of 14 yards as the chains reset. We've set it down for him from the 31.
First down. A gain of 14.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. He's dropping back to throw. Gets it downfield on target to Metcalf. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers drive the length of the field and take a 6-0 lead. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown.
It's an old adage, but it's a true adage. Speed kills. And gosh, I love that, Kate. Right from the jump, you don't wait to get your playmaker started. Get him the ball early and put a fear of God into this defense.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bears nothing.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Fielded at the 7. He's brought down just inside the 25. The Bears and Caleb Williams running out for their next drive. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. First down throw by Williams. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up second down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Williams from the gun. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Third down, here's Williams. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And then as he goes, it's a pick 6 and a Pittsburgh touchdown. You want to know how strong the coverage was there? Man, they even had that underneath throw locked down, Brock, and he took it the other way.
It's really, really hard to find a better rep than that one in coverage. You're so spot on. Covered it down the field. Usually a gimme to the running back. The only thing was a gimme 6.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Bears nothing.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops. Here come the Bears back out on offense. And despite the fate of their last snap, Brock, the lead still theirs. That pick 6 should have been the wake-up call they need to refocus here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Swift to start the drive. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, Williams. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. First down from the 41.
1st and 10.
Motioning the tight end now. First down, Williams to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1.
Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. It's a gain of 11 there. That picks up the first.
And the Bears first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now here's Williams. Short pass brought in. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. He'll come up on 1st and 10.
4 yards. That's another Bears first down.
From the red zone now. This is Loveland working the right side. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Williams. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5 right up next to that line to gain.
Brings up 3rd down.
Williams with the sneak. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 2. That's good for the Bears. First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Williams on the play action. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Second and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone.
Brings up second and goal at the 5-yard line.
Williams to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Now we're going to have a timeout for the players shaken up, and that's DeAndre Swift in some discomfort and being attended to. Running out of chances. Here's third and goal. To throw is Williams. And it's incomplete on third and goal.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there. And live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Return starts at the 9. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. They'll start the drive with Warren. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. That's the end of our opening quarter. The Steelers have played to an early lead. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're looking at 2nd and 4. Going tight end run here. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They get an even 10 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
The Steelers first down.
They're throwing it. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out.
That's another Steelers first down.
Trying an inside give to Warren. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And he's able to take this one down to the 25. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Steelers first down. It's a gain of 10. First down.
He's going to throw it. Left side pulled in by Pittman. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it first and goal.
Steelers first down. First and goal, Pittsburgh.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. It's a good...
And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over and over again.
Going after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers push their lead to 18. Now Boswell on to send this away. Khalifa Raymond to return it. Jukes away from one. This makes it up to the 25. Chicago getting set to take the field down. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. First down, here's Swift. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. It's another one. And the Steelers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
You could feel them, Kate. You could feel the convoy. They were going. They thought they might have another one, but unfortunately, not another touchdown. You know what? Not going to stop them from celebrating in another big game-changing play.
The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And this truly has been an excellent campaign for him, sitting among the NFL's top 5 in receiving yards. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Intended for Michael Pittman Jr. Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, Warren. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Jalen Johnson with the stop.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it
3rd and long for him here. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. And that is his 3rd touchdown catch. Certainly enough to call this a very good game for him. And we're still in the opening half, so what else might he accomplish before we're done here? Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers grow their lead yet again.
Bears 3.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's Raymond on the return. He dodged the tackle. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. A draw now. This is Swift. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Finds the in route complete. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Bears 1st down. 1st and 10.
1st down, Williams. That's him on the quick hitter. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
10 more yards. That's another Bears.
Williams on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
To the air yet again, Williams. Fires right away, but incomplete. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here's Williams again. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down. Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it. Again, it's Williams. He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 20. That's another Bears 1st down.
One in behind center with Swift. Kicked it outside, found himself about 4 yards as a result at 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Williams to throw on third. Look, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
Santos on for the field goal.
So that's going to take us, Brock, to our 2-minute warning of this first half. More from Soldier Field after this. So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. Santos' kick is good. And it shrinks to a 3-score game again. The lead 22.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Fields this one at the 3. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And they have made it no secret that they want to go his way in this game, right? And the results so far, I'd say very promising. 1st and 10, they're going to throw. That one's complete, right side. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
Second down, looking for options. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a sack forces a now tougher 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Complete out to the right side. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Into the hands of Pat Fryermuth. He'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. They'll work against the blitz. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Working now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Still sticking with the passing game. The throw left side finds Fryermuth. And this play's nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it.
16 yards. That's another.
Sticking to the air here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, and they'll stick to the air. Caught by Warren out of the backfield. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. The Steelers calling their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. About set. This is 3rd and 5. Dropping back to throw. That finds Pittman complete. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Throwing it again here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So the incompletion on 1st. Here is 2nd and goal. On the play fake, he'll throw. And it is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers get more points to end a lopsided 1st half. Pat Fryermuth, the touchdown. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a 2nd half to match this one. Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And And the Steelers continue piling onto this lead.
Bears 6.
Now Boswell on to send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Bears going back on offense just before halftime. And with field position and the clock against him here, probably not going to see anything of substance. 19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. The Bears decide to call their first timeout.
That's good for the Bears. First down.
Williams to throw on first. Short pass brought in. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike.
It's a
Ball's
gain
on the
of 11.
48. Here we go. First down.
That's another Bears first down.
He'll throw it. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for one, maybe two more snaps.
Luther Burden, incomplete. It leads
He's
to
back to
second
throw.
and 10.
Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. The Bears bring on Cairo Santos for the field goal. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime
Our
report.
tour of the NFL starts now. It begins in Houston. The Texans at home to take on the Buffalo Bills. And this is Keenan Allen. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Bills up their mark to 7-4 with this win. From there, Kansas City, here we come. Let's check in on the Chiefs as they host the Indianapolis Colts. And this is Daniel Jones with one of his 3 first-half touchdown passes. This one is now at halftime, and it's the Colts up by 4 at the break. It's 21-17. Lastly, we go up to Lambeau Field. It's the Packers hosting the Minnesota Vikings. And let's watch Josh Jacobs. He only needs a little bit of breathing room, and he knows what to do with it. This one is now at halftime, and it's the Packers lead it by a touchdown at the half. There you see the rest of the scores from Week 12 with Denver, the Chargers, Miami, and Washington all getting late season byes. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Steelers and wide receiver DK Metcalf set for another drive. And you can see with the stats there, such a weapon for this offense to utilize week in, week out. A run from Warren here to start the 3rd. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Lasers this one deep down the middle. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. That is Kyler Gordon. And the Bears get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set, 1st and 10. This drive is going to begin with a run by Swift. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Working from the gun, Williams. Throw left side is hauled in by Loveland. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
At his own 49-yard line.
From the gun on 3rd, it's Williams. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. First time this game they've looked to him. And 4th and 4 coming up.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
Lofts it deep right side. And it's incomplete. They titled up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Oh, no thank you.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Warren running between the tackles. He cuts it back right. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers trying to end this before the final quarter.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered.
Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers grow their lead yet again.
Bears 6.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Williams on the play action. Connects on the crosser. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
12 yards. And the Bears.
On the carry, it's Swift. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Derek Harmon, the former Oregon Duck, making that stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Williams from the gun. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. 3rd and just 2 to go.
That's a gain of 6.
There he is on 3rd and short. Oh no, they get him yet again! And the Steelers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. They'll throw to start the drive. Dumped off to his running back. Down the sideline inside the 30. And he has it down to the 26-yard line. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
That's good for us Steelers.
Now hand it off to Warren. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
On 2nd down, Warren gets it again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains. That is one disheartening look on that defense.
And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. All right, timeout on the field here. We've got an injured player. Man, yeah, you can recognize him quickly. That is DK Metcalf, who's shaken up. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. That one's complete, right side. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's third down.
Here he goes, third and long. Puts this underneath to Warren. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow. Getting that close in the red zone, you know they're upset they couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's a return from the 7. Things going well so far. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down. Ben Johnson doing a last bit of coaching here as the Bears return to the field. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the third. Some nice field position here. Bears getting set, 1st and 10. This is Swift. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Here's Swift on 2nd down. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. He's going to run for it. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
That's good for a Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On play action, Williams. Complete right side, Burden has it. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
10 more yards. Complete to Luther Burden.
That's Robinson on the slant. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone.
It's a gain of 11. And the Bears 1st down. 1st and 10.
1st down, Williams. Hits his running back. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
Swift out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Again, it's Williams. Connecting with his back here, Swift. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and
Motion the tight end over. 3rd down, here's Williams. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
Santos' kick is good. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much.
He's happy to bring them 3 points closer, but I'm sure he sees the situation of the game. He knows 3 isn't going to cut it to end these drives. They need to find the end zone.
Fielded at the 7. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Shamar Turner ending that one.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. A give here to Warren. Still finding room past the 45. And they haul him to the ground there. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
22 yards. That's good for a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll go again with Warren. Shoots away from one. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Warren once more. Fights his way through a tackle. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Steelers have a first down.
Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the red zone on first. Caught by Warren out of the backfield. And he drives this forward to the 6.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 6-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Throwing off the play fake. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. 3rd and long for him here. This one's caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Facing 4th down, the Steelers opting for the field goal. Chris Boswell out to do the honors. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Boswell able to knock it through. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Here's Raymond on the return. He dodged the tackle. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Bears about set for their next possession. And the turnovers, Brock, a big reason they have played themselves out of this one. Hopefully they can keep it clean here, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, this drive isn't pertinent to this game maybe anymore, Kate. This drive is for next week. They just want something positive here to end the game and carry forward into the practices ahead.
And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Oh, brother, it's another interception! Patrick Queen in to pick it off.
Yeah, I think the one thing you and I love about this NFL game is almost all of them are one-score games. So to see a blowout like this, it's taken a superhuman effort defensively, and they just added to it.
Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. On first down, Warren escapes a defender. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
And the Steelers first down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Steelers.
Trying an inside give to Warren. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on first at 2nd down.
Taken down at the brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing now off the play action. Brought in right side. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Pittsburgh.
It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Steelers approaching win number 7 on the year. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Warren. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and goal now as they try to pile on further.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Now run, it's Warren. Ooh, no luck. He tried, he was fighting, but they send him backwards on 3rd and goal. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Boswell able to knock it through, and the lead continues to grow and grow.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
This one winds up as a touchback, so they're going to have one final snap to work with.
At their own 35-yard line.
One final shot here. Steelers bringing pressure, no place to go, down he goes. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And they carried some of that winning football from last game into this contest. Now a modest little win streak blossoming for them, Brock. They've got 2 in a row as they get out of here with a victory. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Chicago.